In today's video, we are going to talk about what almost every property owner here in Zimbabwe has experienced, and something that those who are still looking into purchasing or acquiring properties here in Zimbabwe should know. There is a listing price and a real price. This video is all about why these prices are never going to be the same. Hello guys, greetings of the festive season to each and every one of you. To my returning viewers and subscribers, thank you so much. Those who are watching me for the first time and those that haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe. Let us grow and stay informed together. Alright, so without wasting any time, let us get straight into the aim of this video. The listing price versus the real price. Let me just pick a random figure. So there is a residential stand that is listed as selling for 50,000 US dollars. But when it comes to paying for that stand, you are not going to pay 50,000 US dollars. You are going to pay more. So this day, I am on my business as usual. I'm doing my errands. This is in Harare some time ago. And then on my way, I see these big, huge, juicy, tantalizing potatoes. Then I just decide, let me just pull over and get myself this sack of potatoes. They are written 5 US dollars. I pull over to go to the vendor who is selling them. When I get there, I hand them the 5 US dollars for the potatoes, and then they point at the very most furthest corner of the cart, and then they say those are the ones that are going for $5. Automatically the bell rang in my mind. That was just marketing. The ones that I actually wanted, they were going for 8 US dollars. So I just ended up buying the ones for $8. I was already by the vendor. I wanted the potatoes, plus I had the extra $3. So what was the point? I just ended up buying the potatoes. This is basically the same process with the stands and the houses. It's all about marketing. The listing figure is meant to attract you to come on board, to come on the table. We are going to have a breakdown of some of the figures that you should know before you go ahead and purchase the stand. The first one, we are looking at the agreement of sale itself. For this agreement of sale, we are looking at 1% of the total fee of the residential stand. Okay, so for most people, it's usually 1%. It differs. For some, it's less. For some, it might be a little bit more. But for most, it's pegged at 1%. So if you are going to buy this residential stand for 50,000 US dollars, for the agreement of sale, usually just say 1% of that. That will give you the amount of figure you are most likely to pay for the agreement of sale. Moving on to the next, we have the legal fees. For the legal fees, the lawyers, they are never going to charge the same, but all the same, I'm just going to give figures of things that I know, or for those that I had encounters with. So for lawyers, we are looking at 800 to 1,000 US dollars. When it comes to buying properties in Zimbabwe, please do just get the services of lawyers. It is in your best interest. A lot of us, we know what is happening in Zimbabwe when it comes to purchasing of land. We have scammers, we have land barons who are on a prowl. So it's just in your best interest. Imagine you have managed to raise 50,000 US dollars, and then you get to lose all that money because it was so hard for you to give a lawyer 1,000 US dollars. So let us just try by all means possible to engage lawyers when we want to buy residential stands so that they do the due diligence for us. All right, let me just say this story that I know. I'm not saying, I'm not painting all lawyers with the same brush, but this is something that just I had an encounter with. There was somebody who wanted to buy a residential stand. They engaged a lawyer, and then the lawyer did the due diligence and everything. They gave the lawyer the money to go and buy the house, and then they didn't give the lawyer their money. They started saying stories, well, this, that. What did the lawyer do? They simply removed their 1,000 from that figure and went ahead and gave the developer the money short $1,000. And then that person, lucky enough, they had some money, they managed to send through the money. But then imagine a scenario, you do not have that extra money. So it's always in your best interest to already have these things on plan. Okay, moving on to the next, we have bank charges. When it comes to buying a property, especially here in Zimbabwe, the bank charges, they're on you, the one who is purchasing this property. The company is not going to take the extra costs. It is not on them. If they say we are selling this stand for this amount of money, that is what they want in their pocket. So all these other nitty-gritties, they are on you. So for here in Zimbabwe, for bank charges, we are usually looking at 3.5%. We are usually looking at 3.5%. So if you are purchasing this stand that is going for $50,000, so it means you will have to say 3.5% of $50,000. And then moving on to the next, we have the power of attorney. This doesn't apply to everybody. They are usually for those that are not based here in Zimbabwe. You want to purchase this property, and obviously you will not be available to do all the nitty-gritties and formalities that would have to be handled by someone. So you will have to do that, and then it comes at a cost. I am not going to dig much into it as it differs with the country, the place, and etc, etc. So it just depends with which country you are in. So if you want to purchase a stand here in Zimbabwe, just look up at the amount of money that you are likely going to part with on that process. Also, another important factor to note is this: when you see a property that is being listed, always take note of VAT. Is it inclusive or it's exclusive of the listing figure? Because if it is not inclusive of the listing figure, then it means you will have to pay VAT, and that cost will be on you, the purchaser. So these are some of the things that you should always remember when you want to purchase a property here in Zimbabwe. And also, when it comes to the sellers, these are so different. Either you're going to get the property from the true owner, or from an estate agent, or from a developer. The way these people operate, it's so different. That is why a listing price and a real price are never going to be the same. For the owner of the house, there are things that you are supposed to also consider. The issue of bills. Are the bills up to date? What is the arrangement from the owner? Is it on you, or they are going to clear all their bills? These are some things that you are supposed to discuss. And then when it comes to estate agents, they have a way in which they operate. When it comes to developers, they have different ways in which they operate. Hence, the listing value and the real value, they are never going to be the same. So this is something that you should always have at the back of your mind when you see the listing prices of properties here in Zimbabwe. So when you want to purchase a stand, so you will say the listing price that you will see that will be being marketed, you have to say that price plus 8 or 10%. That is how you get the real cost of the property that you want to purchase. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Until next informative video, cheers.